people found something to deal with. I'm going to tell you something that you're going to fucking turn this podcast off when I'm going to tell you. But I'm going to tell you that it's very true. You know, for years, from the years of 87 to 91 or 92, this is embarrassing to say, every time I did cocaine, once I got to a certain level of highness, I would do math for hours.
What do you mean? Like
I would buy a math workbook that had algebra, and what's the one after algebra?
Geometry?
Geometry.
Oh, I hated geometry.
And I fucking would do the workbooks for 2-3 hours at a time while I was doing an 8-ball of coke.
What?
As retarded, and I'm embarrassed to say this. It started in 86, and I would sit there for hours and do what-if things. What if I had 40 kilos of blow, and I cut each kilo with 4 ounces, which would give me a kilo is what, 32.2 ounces. I mean,
you're doing drug word problems.
I would do drug work problems for 4 or 5 hours until I got so bored. I did every figure. I tried to break down how much Steve Graybo would sell to make $6 million. So that's reverse algebra. Do you understand me? I would fucking do that for hours. What would Steve Graybo have to sell to pick up $6 million every 6 weeks? That one took me like fucking 2 months. But I figured it out on my own. After he got caught, I do all that. And you think back to it now. I can never do math like that now. But all I was doing was giving myself, what's the pill people take today? The speed to make them focus? Adderall.
Yes, Adderall. I was going to say Ambien.
It was a different part. It was a different thing of Adderall, if you really think about it. Cocaine worked in my mind like an Adderall. Why do you look at shadows so much when you're on cocaine? Why do you focus on a fucking peephole for hours? Why do you look under the front step of your door when you're on cocaine? How can you do that for 6 hours? And you focus and you see shadows and shit. Your mind plays tricks on you. How? Because that speed. It's kind of weird to say. And again, I hope you people don't turn the podcast off when you hear me say this. When I stopped snorting coke, 90 days later, my eyesight went to shit. I wish that was a joke.
How's your math? Your math is still good.
My math is solid, but I can't do what I was doing in 87 for 4 or 5 years what I'm doing now.
And you didn't get a calculator?
Not even close. I wouldn't fucking buy a calculator if you paid me.
Why?
Because I'm still a mad dude. I still do everything by hand.
Have you made like a terrible mistake yet?
I correct, because of my ADD, I do the thing 4 or 5 times. So, do you understand? I don't take ADD medication, but in this movie, the father recognized the kid had a problem, and instead of pampering him and putting him in a school where everybody hugs each other and nothing gets solved, the kid would force himself every day to play loud music and play like a flash strobe light for 10 minutes. And at the end of the 10 minutes in this movie, the character would eat whatever they take, whatever somebody with that disease or that, whatever they call that, takes.
Right. And it's great because he would do more things. Like he would rub his muscles.
Muscles.
Hurt. Like he, and I don't know, like what do you think? Like do you think he became like sort of a criminal because of all that?
No. The autism that he had just caused an extreme. That's the thing.
No, the autism made him a great accountant.
The autism made him a great accountant, and I never knew till about 2 years ago how smart those autism is. What a weird thing it is.
Oh yeah, have you seen the one?
It's a weird thing. It's just a weird spectrum of.
There's this one guy that I've seen where, and who knows, it could be fake, but it's like it says that they took this autistic man on a helicopter ride around New York City, and he drew in pen the entire skyline with it, like every building from memory. It's like they may not have. I don't really know that deep into it, but a lot of them have. Like they might lack socially, but they're just they're like next level smart, like smart that we don't even understand.
What the fuck are you giggling about? No.
Why did you like him? What did
he did an error.
I knew a second ago, but now keep going from where you told it, because then
You know that little forehead you got?